Drop sitting at the chat and make me see. Alright, Like, share, subscribe, tweet it. Send in a comment that the whole world I see. Go tell your family, your friend them. Everybody you fi go tell them. Message a link where you fi send them. All your phone you fi lend them. Watch out now, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been a walkie walk. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Alright, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been a walkie walk. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Drop sitting at the chat and make me see. Alright, Like, share, subscribe, tweet it. Send in a comment that the whole world I see. Go tell your family, your friend them. Everybody you fi go tell them. Message a link where you fi send them. All your phone you fi lend them. Watch out now, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been a walkie walk. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Alright, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been a walkie walk. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Drop sitting at the chat and make me see. Alright, Like, share, subscribe, tweet it. Send in a comment that the whole world I see. Go tell your family, your friend them. Everybody you fi go tell them. Message a link where you fi send them. All your phone you fi lend them. Watch out now, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been a walkie walk. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Alright, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been a walkie walk. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Drop sitting at the chat and make me see. Alright, Like, share, subscribe, tweet it. Send in a comment that the whole world I see. Go tell your family, your friend them. Everybody you fi go tell them. Message a link where you fi send them. All your phone you fi lend them. Watch out now, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been a walkie walk. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Alright, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been a walkie walk. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Drop sitting at the chat and make me see. Alright, Like, share, subscribe, tweet it. Send in a comment that the whole world I see. Go tell your family, your friend them. Everybody you fi go tell them. Message a link where you fi send them. All your phone you fi lend them. Watch out now, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been a walkie walk. CrossTalk watch the whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Alright.
Greetings, welcome to CrossTalk episode number 12. Wow, it's amazing. This is our birthday. You notice the background pretty. You notice on the background of the decorations and things. Yeah. Yeah, man, give yourself a massive round of applause right now for being a part of CrossTalk episode number 12. The final episode. This is the close out episode. When we say it name, the close out episode. This is the final episode of season 1, and we just want to welcome everybody. Look from my background, you see balloon, you see cake, you see candle, you see banner. Yeah, we are celebrating 1 full year of this talk show, CrossTalk, and this is our closeout episode. Season 1 done. Drop it in the chat right now. You know, some always ask you every single week. Drop it in the chat where you're streaming from. We want to see the name of your city, the name of your country, and we want to see your flag, your national flag. Drop all of that in the chat right now as we're about to kick off the closeout episode number 12 of CrossTalk. With me, I have a co-host. I forget my co-host for this episode. You understand me? Now, this brother, me and him apart from about age 3, right? This is like the brother, people that said the brother I never had. Well, this is the brother I have had, right? This is my brother. He's a cousin. Biologically, he's my cousin. But Ian is like my brother, What go on, Ian?
Happy birthday, CrossTalk! Yes! Yeah. The whole of 1 year old.
1 year. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a pleasure having you on CrossTalk, bro, for the very, very first time you're on in this capacity. I know you always join. We always see you in the chat. We see you on YouTube. And you're dead up, really appreciate the support, bro. And
listen, Marq, this is an honor. This is an honor. And, celebrating 1 year is a big deal,
Yeah.
It's a big deal. And believe you me, this is an honor to be on this platform to celebrate this moment. Yes,
enough respect, man. But Ian, I tell you, Nick and I will sit down and we'll look back over the 1 year, and it's just amazing. We can't believe 1 year blow off already.
Wow.
And I think sometimes when you're so focused on the goal ahead, sometimes you not even realize how much progress you have made because you're so locked in on the big goal way in the distance, 1,000 miles. You not even realize you cover 100 miles because
Marq, you couldn't have said it any better. Trust me. And let me just plug this quickly. The viewership, persons who would join this platform, believe you me, I have had the privilege of just watching the chat. When you say drop it in the or before you said drop it in the chat, people start drop things in the chat, and it has been a wonderful season, right? Wow. And so I'm gonna take this moment to big up all of the CrossTalkers. Blessings to you.
I love it. All of the CrossTalkers, yo! I love it. So right now on episode number 12, on the closeout episode of season 1 of CrossTalk, my co-host, my brother, my cousin just gave the platform and all the attendees, all the supporters, you have just gotten a name. Officially, you are CrossTalkers. Yo! Love it, Ian. Love it.
Blessings.
Love it, brother. No, so we want to look back a little bit on what some of the episodes were like. I mean, we started doing some video editing, trying to cram everything in so that we could get all the episodes in. But bro, it has been such a rich season that we had to really just give highlights from like 3 of the episodes. The first one, the middle one, and the last one, yeah? So right now we're going to check out the highlights. We're going to check out some highlights, but Ian, I want you to tell me, Ian, what has your experience been like? Tell the people what your experience has been like with CrossTalk.
No, listen to me, Marq, and our CrossTalkers.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear, listen, when I say the 5 minutes going down, it's tuning time. Right? And the season has been most meaningful. And I can tell you this, it has given voice to the voiceless.
Wow.
Hope to the hopeless. And that is why this Marq is very important, because topics are touched, but we're not here nowhere else. You understand? And I can just only imagine how global this will become. And we declare it that this is going to be global, international, universal, right?
Wow.
And so for me, it is a big deal. And the topics are relevant and they are life changing. So,
Wow.
brethren, continue to let the Lord inspire you, man.
Give thanks, Ian. Give thanks, man. Give thanks. Right now, bro, that mean a whole lot to me. I mean, coming from you, you know, guys, I mean, if you're just joining, welcome to everybody just joining CrossTalk Season 1 closeout episode. Welcome wherever you are streaming across the world. Just drop it in the chat, the name of the country, your flag, and just drop some fire beside that. Yeah. Right now, we just heard from Ian what his views of you know, how he feels about CrossTalk and thing. Let us take a look at our very, very first episode. Let us take some highlights from our first episode. Interesting response. The team is out here. Warm Kingston sunshine and the breeze. Really nice. And we're just hearing what the people have to say. Look.
No man, a good thing man. A big people cartoon we call it. Right or wrong that one way, you know. He's right for me. You see me? He's right for me because he's right for me because me always I want to come from your 10.
No. That's wrong.
Anybody can watch it to me still.
Pornography in itself brings spiritual elements into your life. You understand? Certain things where you pick up through pornography, you bring atmosphere on you. So for me personally, I don't think it's right. You know, blow it down wrong at all. And who want to do it.
Alright.
Yeah, you know, it's about that.
Everybody ever watch porn. Porn is everyday life. Porn our hina we were born with. So that's not going to be great.
Only thing we see with it, if it can for children, if people watch.
I would give the customer wife to watch it. Like I said, she should turn Christian, she don't watch them something. I said, well, you say more. We put look of fire in that thing, man. I have to watch it.
Of course, I said, don't get married that mash up. You have no married people who don't really have the experience of sex so that can teach them. If you're married, you bring a third unit in the relationship, you understand? You bring a third unit in the relationship, which when you read the Bible, you never say you and your wife and another person, you and your wife alone. You understand? With God in the midst, you know, the Trinity, you understand? So let's keep them around like going to have something too boring.
CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when our sky laugh. CrossTalk what you whole of we attack.
I'm sure if you have been following us on Instagram and Facebook and even on TikTok, you'd have been seeing some promos going on about free porn, right? So let me just clear the air. I mean, when I remember the first time I sent out, the first I sent out the promo, right? Somebody called my wife and say, Nikki, they have my phone and I delete beat him. Tell him, tell him to hack his phone and just drop it in,
Someone thought you were selling porn.
bro. It was crazy. And somebody called me and said, Mark, where you depend? We just want to know where you study. Just
You're
want to
right.
mad. Where the fun, bro? And it has been a quiet storm in the neck of my woods. But so let me put it out there. Free porn. Now, give me a chance to explain. The word free is a verb, right?
Yeah.
Free porn. It's an action word. We're encouraging you to free porn, to let it go, release yourself from it, right? Wipe sweat, right? I am relieved.
Yeah.
We're saying free yourself of it. Just let it go. Mark, why you choose a topic like this? Is it that you just want to be controversial? Is it that you're trying to get some attention and so on? And the answer is yes, I want to get some attention, but not for me. I want to get some attention on the issue of pornography. From age 12 to age 40, I was addicted to pornography, like crazy addiction. The Lord has brought me into a place where I'm free from it, have absolutely no appetite for it, like seriously. And so now that I am free, no, yeah, man, respect.
Yeah, man, we have to always celebrate freedom, man.
Okay, is it all right? Is it cool to prips it every now and again?
Well, I think you pose a very good question, but how I interpret your question, it's as if it's only bad if it's addictive. So as if it's not addictive, then it is okay.
It's all right.
But there, I don't, my pastor always say, you cannot go to the beach and don't get a little sand on you.
Wow.
No matter, I don't know, if you ever go to the beach, I take my girls to the beach, and no matter how much you wash off, and you bathe off, and you go in the car, there is some sand.
That is
and
strong.
So the sand, some sand grains are small, but it's still sand.
Yes.
And you still take them home with you, even though you left the location. So to say that you can be there and not be affected, I think wisdom would say otherwise.
We can easily fall into a very self-centered kind of way of defining what is right and wrong. So Sean, again, you use an excellent example of how we as human beings tend to do that. Is it addictive? So do I think it's a bad thing? It's not about if we think it's a bad thing or not. It's about if God says it's a bad thing or not. Period, and the end. So even if you never get addicted, it doesn't matter. You don't determine the plumb line as a human being. God does. And God is pretty clear, I think, in scripture about that.
The average age of first exposure to pornography is 10 years old. So this thing is attacking children. So this is not an adult issue. This is not an adolescent issue. Before you really get into puberty, I mean, puberty starts at that time, but before you know yourself, before you know anything, you're exposed, and some persons are even exposed younger than that. I was 10 years old the first time I saw pornography, and what the studies show is that the younger you are, when you first see porn or first start engaging in porn, that's the harder it is to break the cycle when you get older, because your brain is still developing, and those connections that are formed at such a young age becomes so ingrained. It's not impossible,
Yes.
it's just harder. So they've done some studies studies with former porn users and older persons who would have been exposed to the um, technological media aspect of porn, like TV, internet, in their later years. It took them like 2 months to like kick the habit. Persons who were
Wow.
exposed at a younger age, so like
Wow.
Gen Z people who
Right.
Yeah.
all they know is internet, it
Right.
took them an average of 4 to 6 months. And they said, well, how come the younger guys are taking longer to recover? It
Mm-hmm.
the dopamine,
Yes.
it rewires your brain.
Right.
So you
Right.
make those connections. So
Right.
you get
Easily,
aroused
quickly.
by the
Yeah.
pictures and
Mhm.
by the images, and that's hard to undo. It can be done, but it takes a lot of reconditioning, and you have to be so strong, and you have to have such a strong support team because it
System.
is not easy. And this is one of the biggest issues with online porn.
You're muted, Mark.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Like it's a Verizon ad, right? Can you hear me now? Good.
Good.
Yeah. So for the first 3 episodes of CrossTalk last year when we launched, we looked at the topic pornography, and I shared my story, a part of my story of how I was addicted to it for 28 long years. And Ian, you were a part of the street team that went out to the Vox Pop, right? We talked to the people. I remember in Half a Tree.
Boy, Mark, that was an episode. I mean, the number one, the nerves. To introduce a topic like this was out of this world, because our thinking was then, what will the reception be? How do people them our view this question? You know, these guys walking around asking me about porn, and so as you just showed the vid, Mark, it was like amazing, the responses and how
Yeah.
open the persons were.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
And so that very first episode was the launching pad to something great that we're now experiencing. And let me just put this plug in as well, Mark.
Mhm.
Having gone there and then transitioning on the very first live, and you giving your story. Now that was something amazing.
Wow.
That is where I begin. I think the intimacy of crosstalk started. And
Wow.
so persons viewed this platform as a, hey, I'm in a safe space. I can talk and no watch no face. And so that was the launching pad, Mark, of this greatness. So God be the glory, my brother.
For real, enough respect, man. And a lot of persons ask me, why, some people say to me, boy, Mark, you're brave and you this and that. And for me, it's like I never even thought about it until persons, put that to me, like, yo, you're brave to put that out there. Because I'm just so focused on, just getting it done and doing a godsend, boom, bang, bang. So right at this point, Ian, we are celebrating 1 full year of Crosstalk, and we have big bad DJ. This is my DJ brethren, straight from out of Mo Bay,
Yeah.
DJ Chini. Yo, DJ Chini, Wagwan man, all is well. Or you stay, other side of the island, or you stay.
Yes, it's DJ.
Yeah, I would just want to say congrats for 1 year anniversary, bro. Tingo, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Give thanks, man.
feel
Give
near, we
thanks.
feel near, but even though we're so far still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big up Ian, same here. Well, I don't know, but we there, no bag of thing I go on, but we give God thanks same here.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The eat
Yeah.
there, same way, far away. But we there cross talk anniversary, there you go.
Cool up.
See.
Give thanks. And so DJ was oh God good too, because God has really been good to us. You know what I mean? We got
Yeah,
one
man.
full year. We want to celebrate God's goodness. God, straight.
Everybody rise up. Everybody join up.
Everybody know.
Everybody rise up.
Friday at CrossTalk. Anniversary.
Praise God, you're good. You're so good to me. Yeah. You're really, really good to me. God, you're good. You're so good to me. Yeah.
Everybody say.
A place when he was raised. I am lifted up your blood on him face, the thorns in place. Him let up drink the cup to get me save up on the third day erase. Amazing grace, sin them erase. Shall be sweeter than a sugar cotton candy, even on it with the taste. Everybody rise up, everybody jump.
Let's show your people.
Pray.
Everybody say.
You're good, you're so good to me. Yeah. You're really, really good to me. God, you're good, you're so.
If we know so God good, wave your hand. Somebody say, hey.
God, you're good, you're so good to me. Yeah. You're really, really good to me. God, you're good, you're so good to me. Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We know say God good. We know say God good. Yo, DJ,
Yes,
thanks for that, because, we don't want to feel like, say, boy, it's all by our strength and our skill and our talent why we have been doing this and so on. This is straight up God. I mean,
Straight up.
we have a very small team.
Yeah.
Very, very, very small team.
Yeah.
And God has given us the strength week after week, month after month, and now we are celebrating 1 year. So
1 year.
God good, yo, God good,
Yeah.
straight.
I eat one. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Enough respect, DJ Chinny. Yo, people, just drop some fire in the chat now for DJ Chinny. You understand? Just drop DJ Chinny. Tell them where them can find you on social media and thing.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. That's DJ Chinny _ gospel DJ. That's DJ CHINNY _ gospel DJ. Yeah, man. So just follow me. Going with a bag of things, you know what I mean?
Cool.
All out for God. Straight up.
Yeah. And Chinny, like I'm said, before you touch out back, tell the people how long you have been doing this, why you're doing it, the places you have been, stuff that you have done.
I've been doing this probably about, bro, it's like a whole heap of years still. Whole heap of years. But professionally, I think about 2009 officially. Yeah, I'm touched on the big stage, the man thing. Yeah, I've been pretty much everywhere in Jamaica except I'm not come Portland yet still. Yeah, I'm not go St. Thomas yet, but I'm go everywhere else. You know what I mean? Yeah, and with the people I'm faced with all over, with the youth camp, them with the outreach, them with the in the juvenile prison, with everywhere, with the on the beach, with the Christian, them with the secular, with the dance hall man, them bless up the place same way, with the on the jerk festival, them with the all over.
DJ Chine, I'll tell you something, It's a blessing, we say, man of God, like you, stand up at the ear one. When we touch road, now declare the king. And
right,
so,
sure.
Right now, we just big you up and we declare blessings upon your ministry, because we call it a ministry.
Yes, man.
So, DJ Chine,
receive it, man.
Blessings, man.
Yes, man. Bless it.
Give thanks, Chinny. All right, so Chinny, I go jump out and then jump back in shortly, because right now, I mean, CrossTalk, we could not have reached 1 year. First of all, without God. Second of all, without our viewers coming on every single episode. And of course, throughout the entire year, we have some sponsors who want big up, some persons that have come on board and, sponsor the show and thing, want to big up Ashley Naturals. Check them out on social media. Jan Accents, right? Check her out on social media. Dr. Deborah Williams, she's our naturopath. Nicole and I, she's our naturopath. Natural doctor, you get me? Yeah. Your food be your medicine, your food, yeah. Check out Dr. Deborah if you want more information about Dr. Debs, check with yeah. Also, Arrows Internet Radio, our most recent sponsors, come on board, and they have been streaming our episodes for some time now. We want to big them up, but also want to big up Tana's Body Care, natural soap and deodorant, and a beer things, a beer things. Sir. Also want to big up Resurrected Garvey's Ministries, who sponsored one of her books, because Resurrected Garvey, she's an author. And also Kashina McLean's ministry also sponsored a book as well. And we just want to big up on our sponsors, because without them, there's no way we could have been where we are now. And again, if you're just joining us, welcome to CrossTalk closeout episode, season 1 closeout episode. And I have with me co-host Ian Williams. He's my cousin, but it's more like a brother, you know what I mean?
Blessings,
Yeah.
You've said it, my
So
brother.
now,
You said it.
yeah. So now, Ian, we want to look back on want to jump forward now to look back on episode number 8. Episode number 8 was very special because it had 3 strong women, right? As a matter of fact, there were 4 strong women. One of them was co-host with me, Raquel Russell, and we had 3 other strong women who came and shared their stories. It was stories about being raped and all kinds of stuff, drugs and prison. You remember that episode?
Mark, let me tell you something, man. You see that episode? This is how I had my head.
Me too.
Yeah, man. It's like my woman head every time I say what. I was like, wow.
Yeah, man.
What I love about CrossTalk, you know, is that you see, there's a silver lining. There is a positive in every single message.
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah, man.
And so, Mark, when our sisters shared, they helped others.
Yeah, man, without a doubt.
The positive message. So
for real.
So then, man.
For real. So people, if you are here on episodes 1, 2, or 3, yeah. If you are on the free porn episode, let's drop it in the chat. That's the episode number 1, 2, 3. Or you can just type free porn. If you are here on that episode, drop it in the chat now. If you are at episode 8, strong woman, strength of a woman, drop it in the chat. Just drop strength of a woman, right? Just drop the theme of the episode that you were on. Yeah. So if you're just joining us, welcome. We just showed the highlights of episodes number 1, 2, 3, where we looked at free porn. Those are the very first 3 episodes. And now we're about to look at the episode, the highlights from episode number 8, strength of a woman. All right, make we check it out. Let's check it out and see. Let's check it out and see what that episode was like. Because, brother, I tell you, let's go. Let's look at this episode. I have a co-host, and this evening, joining with me is none other than Raquel Russell. Raquel Ropin, what a gone.
What a gone, my brother. But it was a brother, but you know. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ladies. It is a pleasure to be here, to be on the platform sharing with my brethren, my friend, you know, my colleague, Marq Johnson. Welcome to CrossTalk. I'm delighted to be here and to share the stage with your brother.
Nice to have you, man. Nice to have you. And we have, boy, the screen looks so beautiful with so many wonderful, like, I call you guys ultra models. Going to pass supermodels level now. Ultra the thing there now. Ultra settings, so the thing there now. This thing we're talking about, strength of a woman. And I want to just share with the audience, you know, why did CrossTalk choose to talk about that? Now, this has been an ongoing discussion, you know, between Nikki and I, my wife and I, and you know, I've been saying to her that, boy, I've been recognizing that Jamaican women in particular, I mean, women in general are strong, but when we look at yard and look at the woman right here on this little rock, yes. I said, Jaja, I mean, our women have been through so many things, and because of the strength that you ladies carry, only just champion whatever come on a way.
Sometimes it took some years, and the Lord definitely pursued me. Garvey mentioned about the Lord pursuing. Kashina mentioned it as well. And Kashina, I understand that Hagar anointing. When you're just bitter and you're just like a mess and you're not quite sure how to treat things, but God. So I remember being really, really wounded because after my experience, with the attempted suicide, my partner, his words to me were, I can't believe you would do that. People would think you're not happy. People would think you're not happy, not that you're not happy. But the moment, the moment when I saw Jesus, now I didn't see him like I saw him as like energy. He was in the corner of the room by the exercise bike of all things, and he was just radiating this. There's no way to put it. It's love, but the love like had light. So some physicists somewhere can describe dark matter and all these things, and public can speak to what that was, but it was just like waves of love, and it was just so heavy that I was choking, or maybe choking on the pills, but I was just choking. I said it's too much. I can't take it.
Let me tell you something. Personally, if God never stepped in, I would have been dead.
Wow.
That's the bottom line. I would have been dead. I hear Joy talk about taking pills and going to lay down. I tried killing myself 3 times. 3 times. And I know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, that God had a purpose for me before I was even formed in my mother's belly.
So the truth is, I'm actually living now. I'm not just existing. Before I went to prison, I was just a body walking around in a bag that God still chose to allow to have breath. I was dead. I was dead to life and everything that surrounded. I didn't know what love was. I didn't know what peace was. I had no joy. I was being tormented daily by demonic forces. I was on my way to a mental institution. Suicide rejected me. There's so many things I tried that just didn't work. So the reality is that prison is what saved my life. God had to get me to that place. He had to back me up in that corner and say, listen to me, little girl, I love you, right? And impregnate me with real purpose. And when I came home from prison, I had to go through the pregnancy, which was the hardship, the challenges, the issues in my soul, dealing with all of that. And he had to bring me through the pregnancy and bring me into delivery, right? And so life now is, I'm living, the Holy Spirit gave me a brand new name, Resurrected Garvey. He woke me up I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. I was sleeping and the Holy Spirit came and said, Resurrected Garvey. And I jumped up, and when I actually Googled my first name, that is Stacy, and actually means resurrection, something that I didn't know.
Mighty God, hallelujah.
That's why I go by the name Resurrected Garvey. And so I'm living now. I can get up every day. And I'm not saying that the days don't have their challenges, right, but understanding who you are, understanding that Jesus came for somebody like me who have issues, and he was able to just love on me.
Boy, yeah, and yo, right now, I'm speechless. We have some persons backstage who, Ian, want to bring them in because they want to they want to say something quick. We have Joy. We just heard from Joy, Ian, from episode number 8, right?
Yes.
And she's coming in right now to join us right here, just to give a a little shout out and a boom bang bang and a boot it up. You know what I mean? Joy, what's up?
Boy, guys, hearing that episode again, it's like it hits me all over again. You know,
Yeah.
the truth is that there is a place for crosstalk. You know, from the size of the team, no matter the size, no matter the smallness of the team, the impact is certainly huge. And a large part of that, I feel, is because of what Ian had mentioned earlier, the authenticity, the safe space in which to be absolutely real, to get down into it and just talk about things that we need to have conversations about. There are not enough spaces to have conversations and to share. I was so
Wow.
floored during episode 8, even as I shared. I was so encouraged, and I know that the stories that were shared in that episode are stories, little bits and pieces of threads that are in so many other people's stories. You
Yeah,
know,
for
the
real.
message, of
For real.
course, being that no matter what your story has looked like,
Mhm.
whether or not the forces of darkness have come against you heavily, you know, no matter
Yeah.
what has happened to you, that
Yeah.
doesn't dictate your value or your considerable worth, whether or not you know it. You know, this is just the truth. So we're talking about true things, we're talking about real things, we're talking about deep things. And I'm just so grateful, Mark, for the fact that you came right out of the gate
Mhm.
straight with that purpose, because
Yeah.
you were
Yeah,
very
man.
clear that it was going to be real. You shared, you didn't hold back it, you know,
Not at
real,
all. Not at all.
authentic,
For real.
you
For real.
know.
For real. Thanks.
So
Well, Georgia, and I want to thank you again for even, coming on, on episode 8, and just sharing your story. Joining us now, Joy. I'm sure you remember Stacey and Resurrected Garvey.
don't forget.
We just saw her in the highlights.
I
Yeah,
tell you something.
welcome. Hey guys, we have some more persons backstage who are here, so we just want to give you an opportunity, to just give the people a one liner. We have Dr. Mullings. Here we have Nadine Brown, who is also here, and these all of you guys were at one episode or another, and we just want to first of all thank you again for having been a part of our journey. And just to give you just one opportunity, like a 30-second, to just drop one nugget, one thing you'd want to say to our audience tonight. This is Crosstalk episode number 12. It is a closeout episode. We are closing season 1. I have with me my brother. Well, he's really my cousin, but I call him a brother. We call each other a brother. Yeah, Ian Williams. Yeah, in the top left of the screen. Yeah, thank you so much, Ian, for being a part of this closeout segment. But Ian, we want to give these beautiful ladies an opportunity. Just to, a while ago, Joy gave an amazing encouragement, and I hope nobody missed it. Make sure you don't miss it. Yeah, Joy, could you just give a one-liner, just a one-liner encouragement to the people on this episode of Crosstalk?
All right, now that's tough. But if I have one line, this would be it.
Yeah.
You are not the ugly parts of your story.
Wow.
And your story has a hero, and that hero loves you. And that hero is Jesus.
So here one now. So people right now in the chat, drop it right in the chat. I am not the ugly part of my story. Just drop that in the chat right now. Put some fire before you start type I am not the ugly part of my story, and then full up some fire after that. Everybody right now, drop it. Dr. Mullins, what a gone. Thank you so much for joining us on this our closeout episode. Dr. Mullins was a part of, she was one on the panel of episode number 5 when we looked at online school. She has a heart for young people, retired teacher, and so on. Doc, what one liner would you want to give to the people this evening?
You're muted, Doc.
You're muted, Doc.
Again.
Here we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I said I have so much I want to say. Let me just quickly say congratulations. And I am just so thrilled with my sisters and their testimonies. And when I look at it, Mark, I just want to say to anyone out there, it doesn't matter how ugly you see yourself, God is saying you are still beautiful, because
Awesome.
that's how he feels about women. And I just want to say very, very quickly that you know what you are doing, Mark, you are really breaking down and destroying the kingdom of darkness, and you're building
Wow.
the kingdom of light. And I'm so glad. When I miss crosstalk, I have to miss it, but I look forward to it. Great
Wow.
show.
Wow.
Congratulations to all our participants. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you
Yes,
so,
sir.
so much. Nadine Brown, I mean, Ian, I'm going to tell you about Nadine now. I'm going to tell
All
you about
right.
Nadine, Ian. Nadine and her husband, Ronald. Remember me tell you, if you want any tips at all to spice up your marriage, sit them there. Them people here. Hey,
Yes.
hey. No, but Nadine, on a serious note, so guys, Nadine was on episode number 7 in February, and the theme was a bare love, and we looked at what marriage should look like, and and so on, and the stuff that Nadine and her husband Ronald share about how they love each other and celebrate each other, it really impacted my marriage like big time, to the point where it's now a running joke in the house where if Nikki does something, me look on her and jokingly say, hey, Nadine wouldn't do that to Ron. And if me do something, should I say, Ron wouldn't do that to Nadine. You know, Nadine, if you should have a one-liner, I mean, anything you want to say right now, if you want to just take 30 seconds and just drop it, feel free. Go ahead.
Okay, good night. Good evening, everyone. I apologize for the lighting. We have no electricity.
Don't worry yourself,
Anyway,
but
first of all, I want to just say congratulations to you, Mark
wow.
and Nikki, for being so bold and so obedient to the Lord in embarking on this initiative. I have been blessed by just being on the show and also being a part of the audience. For me, I think the one liner that I would like to share is that God can use anyone and anything. I mean, myself and Ronald, we just are going with ourselves, just just being a good, enjoying our relationship. But then you asked us to share, and it was just a blessing to hear how us sharing has blessed other person's lives, and the feedback that we have gotten is really good. And so I would say whatever you're doing, God can use it. Whatever you're doing, however you're glorifying God, God can use it to touch the lives of others. So even as Mark and Nikki have walked into the purpose that God has called them to, even with this initiative, I want each viewer to walk in the purpose which God has called you to. So you may not be able to do a show like this or spew out gospel lyrics like Brother Mark was here, so but God can use you in this. So ask God to show you that little niche, that little area
Yeah.
where you can bring him glory and God can use you. So find your
Awesome.
purpose. My pastor love to say, God is not a God of book up, but a God of purpose.
Straight.
And so
Straight.
find your purpose and just
Woo.
pursue it. Thank
And
you.
here comes the light.
Yeah, the
Awesome.
light come back.
Awesome. 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 I mean, the light had to
Oh
respond to
no, that
something
is
like
not
that.
light. That's like flashlight that Ronald just put up there to help me.
He brought the light. Yes.
Yes.
All right, so Ian, you know Sean, Ian, because me, you and Sean pretty much grew up from primary school days coming right up, yeah?
Yes, our big brother. But I see resurrected Garvey as well, right there waiting to give her 30 seconds. I tell you something, Stacian, I can't forget your talk and how, as Mark showed the clip earlier, that you were awakened and you were reminded that your name means resurrection,
Wow.
right? And so, Stacy, listen, I want you to share with us for that 30 seconds. the nuggets that you want to leave with us on this platform. Your testimony is life changing. So too, Joy and all the ladies that have come forward. And listen, we just want to hear you one more time with that wonderful nugget that you have for us.
So good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, guys, for inviting me. Congratulations also to CrossTalks. Big up on yourself. I have a few nuggets, but one of the things that I've been reminding persons of from the other day is that make sure that you turn all of your pain and your hurt into wealth. Many times God allows us to go through situations, not because He wants to kill us, not because He doesn't like us, not because the enemy has power over us, but God wants to really teach us something. He wants to actually give us an experience so that we can represent Him well. The road to glory is full of pain and suffering. But the reason why God allows it is because when you talk, you must have something to back it up. So the story of you being a child and being molested, yes, it hurt. Yes, it was awful. Yes, it wasn't good. But the glory in that is that God allowed you to live through that, live past that, and now you can help somebody else who's going through that situation. So my little nugget that I want to leave with everyone this evening is do not waste your pain. Do not waste the situations that you've been through. Do not waste the ugly experiences. Listen, squeeze it out like when you're putting clothes on the line and let your pain become wealth. Hi, Joy.
All right, but time is running like crazy, like crazy. Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome to Crosstalk Season 1 Closeout episode. This is the very last episode of Season 1. Drop it in the chat where you're from, the city, the name of the country, and your flag, and drop one of the nuggets that you remember right now. Sean, it's over to you. Wagwan, brother. Could you just leave with us, anything you want to say to our audience right now in 30 to 60 seconds, and then we'll just jump to the next segment.
All right, unmute, brother Sean.
Yeah, I see him trying to figure it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Still not here now.
Can you unmute him, Mark?
No, I'm unable to. But guys, I mean, in the meantime, I want to drop in the chat right now. I mean, we have brought back some of these panelists. I've asked my co-host Ian, who's really like my brother. I've asked them, and all of them have shared what their experience has been like, and so on. We want to hear from you. Drop it in the chat now. What has CrossTalk been for you? What has your experience been with CrossTalk? What have you learned? What have you gleaned? How has it changed your life, impacted your life, inspired you, strengthened and encouraged you in whatever way, shape, or form? Just drop it in the chat right now while Sean gets ready. Just drop it in the chat.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Can you hear me now? Oh, God is good. How much time do I have, bro?
30 to 60 seconds just to drop something on the people this evening. Anything you want to share?
Today is a day where we honor and celebrate Pentecost, where the Spirit of God lives within man, where there's no distinction between heaven and earth. As a believer, once you have the Spirit of God, you have no excuse to be ordinary. When God gives you this gift, it comes with great responsibility and great expectation. My prayers for Mark and Nikki is for them to, whatever means God give them, give people an opportunity to choose Christ and to allow Christ to reign in the earth through them. That's my 30 to 60 seconds.
So Ian, raise a chorus and let's collect an offering because yo, bro, thank you so much.
I apologize for being late. I had church all day, different meetings, different engagements, but hopefully I came in time, man.
Yeah, man.
But that is just the deposit, man, that God has released all of himself in us.
enough love, enough respect. Hey guys, I want to thank you again for coming on. Joy, Stacy, Nadine, Sean, thank you so much for jumping on. And thanks for the congratulations. We Nicole and I will take those congratulations and we offer them up to God. And we say, God, congratulations to you because you do this through us. I mean, let me tell you something. There are times, when we don't feel for do this, There are weeks when we are said, we don't have the strength, we don't have the time, and a lot of things fall through the cracks. And, people call us and say, boy, the production is great. I will love it, look at this and that. But guys, it's God. I will give God thanks. So I just want to tell you guys, thanks again for just jumping on real quick for this time with us. And, as you guys go, we ask DJ Chinny for run tune again for it. We run God is good one more time because we are celebrate that God is good. I mean, without God, CrossTalk couldn't make it to
Awesome.
year number 1. So DJ Chinny, blaze up the place again for
Everybody rise up. Everybody jump.
Let me see a wave it on. Everybody pon it right now.
Rise up. He got the praise.
Yes, sir.
God, you're good. You're so good to me. Yeah. You're really, really good to me. God, you're good. You're so good.
After 2 years, a lot done got a good same way.
Place when he was raped. I lifted up your blood on him face, get arms in place. Him let up a drink the cup to get me save up on the third day in rage. Amazing grace, sin let me race. Salvation sweeter than a sugar cotton candy, even honest to the taste. Everybody rise up, everybody join up, and he got to.
Everybody say,
God, you're good, you're so good to me, yeah. You're really, really good to me. God, you're good, you're so good to me, yeah. God, you're good, you're so good to me, yeah. You're really, really good to me. God, you're good, you're so good to me, yeah. Protecting fates, my night them safe. Angel by my side, by my side.
Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it.
And some music can't play skinny. When you see the enemy, your teeth in a grinny or skinny. Tell them say you still fit a Holy Ghost Jimmy, whether you're fat or you're skinny. DJ Chinny, play about that one. No.
That one them bad. That don't play bad. That don't play them bad.
All right,
thank you so much, guys. All right, so DJ Chinny is going to come back a little later on. And so right now, by Sean and Stacy would really just want to tell you thanks again for pass through in this final episode of CrossTalk season number 1. Enough respect, guys. Enough respect and enough love. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Blessings in. Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Right.
Give thanks.
Yes.
So, Ian, we have some other persons who go ahead, Ian. I see about to say.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about some endorsements because we have some persons, Mark, who would have shared with us how they view CrossTalk. And listen, we have 3 persons. Yes, Yannick, Angelo, and Lady Foot.
Yes.
Who will share with us some endorsements on CrossTalk. And before we get to that part, Mark, I know that time is really pressing us. But listen, Joy, she said, you are not the ugly part of your story.
Yeah.
God says you are beautiful. And then Nadine, she reminded us that God can use anything and anyone. And then we had resurrected Garvey said, make sure you turn your hurt and pain into wealth. And Sean came and reminded us that, hey, Pentecost within right now. Let us be open and receptive to the leading of the Most High God. Enough love and enough blessings to those who joined us just now. Blessings.
Straight. So let us check out these videos that Ian just spoke about. But this evening, for the very, 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 very first time,
Hi everyone. Well, what can I say? CrossTalk, was really an experience, and not one in a negative light, was a positive light. Man, from the beginning of CrossTalk to last week Sunday, man, I have enjoyed every moment. Trust me, sometimes to how some of them just nice and sweet, we never want them to finish. Yes, and sometimes I just wanted them to just continue and to continue. They have been so encouraging, so motivating, and I just wanted them to just continue non-stop. Thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of it, and for basking in this wonderful message and experience that you have going on. May God continue to bless CrossTalk, and may you have many, many more to come, man. Um, One show in particular has been on my mind, and I enjoyed that one. And it's not anything about to laugh or anything like that. It just was a show where, you realize that God always creates a message out of a mess. And it was with those three ladies. When they spoke about their experiences, trust me, you realize that God is awesome and God are just God. Thank you guys. Man, I can't wait to hear what more you guys have to come. But trust me, guys, I loved it and I want to see more. May God give you the strength, both of you, to go on and to create more episodes of CrossTalk. Happy anniversary, and may God bless you both continually.
Happy birthday, CrossTalk. Thank you for a year that was filled with interesting, motivational, and inspirational shows. My prayer for you is that you grow from strength to strength with the work that the Lord has placed on your heart, and keep pressing on. Congratulations.
All right, my brother. Let's do the unmuting again. But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, it for Nick and I, the big thing is that we are just so grateful for the support of everybody over the 1 year, and from yourself and from the persons who shared. We're just so grateful, bro. Like whoa, so grateful.
Mark, I can't overemphasize. And you say Joy came on and she said it. You see, when real enters a space, when realness and when you bring your authentic self within a space, inevitably, Mark, it will be impactful. And them say real no real. So real people come into real space to share real experiences. So hey, we shall continue. You shall continue. All of us will continue this journey. Unmute Marcus. All right, well, yes. Yes. Unmute Mark. Unmute. All right, you're good now.
I don't. It's all kind of things happening. I don't know what is happening. You guys can see my cake, right?
Of course, yes, man. Yes.
So we're celebrating 1 year, and we're just really grateful, bro. I mean, at this point, I'm like really a little bit out of words, Ian, because heart full for know that out of obedience, we are now celebrating 1 year, for real, man. For real.
And more. And listen, it is something, you see, whenever you undertake a task that God has led you to, it is something to rejoice about, right? And I tell you something, even the motivation, the whole talk on motivation will tell you, achievements will push you to the next level. You have achieved, Nikki, you have achieved 1 year. And it is an achievement, and therefore you are now positioning yourselves to move to the next level. Bro, the Lord is with you, and Nikki, and the journey will continue.
Give thanks, man. Give thanks, Ian. Give thanks.
All right, and so
yeah, so I mean, there are some. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so because of the delay,
I realize there's a delay. Sorry about that. I think it's like my connection. Yeah, you go ahead. You can hear me?
Clear.
All right. Yeah. So Ian, there are some times when people come to me and ask me, for example, why I start Cross, and the answer is really simple. Ian. To cut a long story short, in 2012, sorry, not 2012, in 2020, I got a vision of eternity. That's a very long story. But what that vision did for me was force me to recognize how valuable time, resources, opportunities, and relationships are. And so since then, I've been going really hard on everything that's put in. You know what I mean? Because time is short. Time is scarce. We just don't know how much time we have. We don't know how long our opportunities will last. And so this was one of them that we just here we are now, 1 year later. It's just amazing. And so now I'd love to share a video with you, Ian. I mean, not just you, Ian, but with everybody who's watching, to kind of contextualize how important it is to really fulfill all of what God has called us to do. It's just super important for us to do that. And so I just want to share this video with everybody. If you're just joining us, welcome to CrossTalk episode number 12. It's our close out episode. So living intentionally for eternity. When you look at the passage that talks about the parable of the talents, why is the man who get 5 talents, and of course talents here is a currency. And at the time, I mean, the NIV says the parable of the bags of gold. The man who, boy, the mud writers herself. The man who got 5 bags, he earned 5 more. The man who got 2 bags, he earned 2 more. And the man who got 1 bag, he got buried it. And when the master came back, he applauded and awarded the one with 5 who made 5 more, the one who got 2 and made 2 more, and he reprimanded the one with 1. Now when I look at this story, there are 4 words that come to mind, and I call them the 4 eyes of life. Remember, life means living intentionally for eternity. Yeah? There are 4 eyes.
And the four eyes are not the eyes of the four persons in the character. Four characters in the story, I mean. It's not the master and the three servants, no. The four eyes are intent, investment, inventory, and inspection. You see, God has created each one of us with a purpose. So God has an intent for you, for your life. When He made you, He had an intent. It's very important that we discover that intent. And it's very important to move to the next I word. Inventory. We must make an inventory. Take stock of what God has deposited inside of us. Because He has given us some stuff to fulfill our purpose. The third word is investment. We have to take what we have discovered and we have to increase it. We have to enhance it and we have to make it multiply. The last word is inspection. One day the King is coming back to inspect how well we have done. And the question is, what is success? You know how I define success? Success is not this. You see this nice, this beautiful property? Success is not owning somewhere like this. I know this is not my yard. Although I wish it was. But this is not what success looks like. What success really looks like is fulfilling the purpose for which God had created you. That's what success is. How do you measure success? You measure it according to your level of obedience to God's plan for your life. And I want to leave you with that. The four eyes of life. Remember, life is the acronym for living intentionally for eternity. And the four eyes of life are intent, God's intent for your life. Inventory, you must take stock of what you have inside of you. Investment, whatever you discover that God has given you, you must increase it and do well with it. And lastly, inspection, because the King is coming back. And I'm going to assess the thing. And you're going to either hear, well done, good and faithful servant, enter into my rest. Or you're going to hear, depart from me. Yeah? So you decide. One love, of respect, blessings.
Life can be beautiful. It doesn't have to be this way. No.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful. You know, life and the four eyes.
Yeah, man.
What a powerful message, Mark. And I remember you sharing that with me, that it was a day when the inspiration came to you and you just started walking and you were led to do that.
Yeah.
And you know, that is just how Father moves.
Yep.
Continue being obedient and listening to him. Bless you, my brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Give thanks. Give thanks. So the last thing we want to do, Ian, is, last week, in our last week's episode, we asked everybody, all our viewers, to just indicate how many episodes have you attended. And we saw numbers, we saw 4, we saw 5, 6, 7, 8. And the one person indicated that they attended all 11 episodes. And so we have a prize for that person, right? That person attended every single one of the episodes of CrossTalk Season 1. And we want to big them up right now. And we're going to announce their name. Yeah? Drum roll.
So the winner, the one person who indicated that they attended every single episode is Yannick Matthews. She attended all 11 episodes of the last week, and we have for her a gift certificate, Ian, at Jan Accents, right?
Wow.
Jan Accents. You can get all kind of fancy necklaces and jewelry and footwear and some holy things.
Awesome.
Right?
Awesome.
Yeah, man. At
Big up Yannick.
Yeah, $10,000 gift certificate to Yannick Matthews. Big up yourself, Yannick. Big up yourself. Thank you so much for supporting. I mean, would have loved to give everybody something, but you don't know. We're building.
Indeed. You know, Mark, just let me just do this quickly. You know, you have some of these talk show hosts that usually say, okay, guys, we're at the end of our program. Just put your hands underneath your chair, and that's yours. We're gonna get there, right? So yes, big up Yannick, and in due time, Mark, Nikki, something like that will happen.
Yeah, in due time. So we're gonna shut it down, Ian. I just want to tell you thanks again, Ian, for co-hosting the closeout episode with me. Guys, you know, just to say it again, Ian is my cousin, right? My blood cousin. But Ian has been more like a brother to me. Me and Ian are tried from age 3. You know what I mean? And we're trying.
Mark.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I just really want to give Ian, tell Ian a massive thank you. Ian has supported me in so many ways, as a brother, even with the show and outside of the show, with the music and everything. Ian has been a tremendous support. I want to also give a big shout out to my mom. My mom also attend whole heap of the show them too. I don't know how comes mommy never dropped 11 in the thing, because I'm almost sure mommy did attend everything, but hats off to mommy. Mommy is probably like my biggest fan, Also want to give a big shout out to every single panelist, every single guest who came on, took time out of their busy schedule and came on and shared their wealth of knowledge with the audience. Really want to say a massive thank you for staying with us for an entire season, one whole year. Big enough respect to every single of our cross-talkers. Yeah, yes. All our cross-talkers.
Yes.
Everybody who's streaming in from Canada, from the US, from the UK, from Jamaica, from other islands.
Global.
Global thing. Yeah, man. We just want to thank every single one of you, whether you attended one episode or you attended all 12 now. It doesn't matter. We really appreciate your support. Yes. Thank you for sharing the links. Thank you for getting your friends to come on. And thank you just for just being with us. And again, want to thank all the sponsors throughout season 1 who sponsored us. We had Ashley Naturals, we had Jan Accents, Dr. Deborah Williams, Arrow's Internet Radio, Tana's Body Care, Resurrected Garvin Ministry, as well as Kashina McLean's Ministry. We really just want to thank you guys big time. Of course, we have to big up DJ Chinny. It is his first time on CrossTalk, and he's here to close us off. Yeah, close us off with some tune. Two of the songs that he's about to play, one of them is called One Day, and that day is spelled D-E-I, and that's the Latin for God. One day we'll live for, the song is saying, one God will live for straight. Yes. And the other song I say go hard, because we have to just really go hard with the 4 eyes of life. DJ Chinny, thanks again for being here. Ian,
go now.
DJ Chinny, drop it right now and just lock it down and shut it down. Ian, enough respect, enough love.
Blessings,
thanks again.
Blessings, man.
Yeah, man. DJ Chinny is over to you. Blaze it up now.
Stop it. No. I redefine it. Level up from ground to ceiling. Reader is watch it. One God we are living. D-E. One day we are living.
Everybody put one in the chat right now.
One day we are living.
That's ONEDEI.
One day we are living.
Everybody say it.
One day we are living. Alright, we be sipping on the God things, them breakthroughs.
From top again and then music nice to pull it down. Yeah.
Lifestyle really fine. Level up from ground to ceiling. There is watch it.
Everybody know.
One day we are in fun. One day we are in fun.
You better know what that's know.
One day we are in fun. One day we are in fun. Alright, we be sipping on the God things then. Breakthroughs, milk honey, watch it up, hold then. And we be popping on the God clothes then. Pedicure, white board, gold club, brown then. And we be flying in a God children. No wind, no pilot or no engine. And we be singing on the God tune then. From the latest hit back to the first hymn. Say God this we keep party, and the rod and fly down. Ready up for the God, we come fast so the rod come. Say God this we keep party, and the lights can't die down. I be a thing when we started, when I smoke drink no rum. One day.
You see through a one day, we all live for. We have to press gas and go.
One day.
Yes, sir. That special day. Oh, go on. Everybody knows.
Let me have to go out before me go home. Do everything that you
Hey Mark, we're not so far today, but we're ready, We're ready,
Let me have to go
out
before me go home. Do everything that you make me do. I'm on the yard, me I tell you, I'll be a double black like a dummy. Let me have to go before me go home. Do everything that you make me do. I'm on the yard, me I tell you, I'll be a double blank like a dummy. Every time I shoot out and touch on the road, I feel focus on me in a zone. Never alone, when me I go for me on. Me and the Almighty, I run through the crowd. When the world asleep, me stay up and I breathe. Staying on me lane, no me not complete. Them want the talk of the town, so shortcut to the road. Nah look no fear, nah look no love.
But I saw big up Auntie Nicole Johnson.
Do everything that you live in.
Yes,
I'm on the yard, me I tell you, I'll be a double black.
It's the rest of the year, hard we are going.
Before me go home, do everything that you live in.
We better go, we lean up bed.
I tell you, I'll be a double blank like a diamond. Yo, I talk on a one, on a two, on a three. People when I believe in a thing. But then I go watch my face, no me G. Do what me the bomb do. Cause even a power with fall. Never hear a lie.
Hey man, my name is Party.
Champion.
Is that true?
Stay down.
Everybody know.
How me have to go hard before me go home. Do everything that you make me do. I'm on the yard, me I tell you. I'll be a double black like a dummy.
We say we have to go.
Before me go home. Do everything that you make me do. I'm on the yard, me I tell you. I'll be a double black like a dummy. Every time I show out, touch on the road. Happy focus on me in a zone. Never alone, when me I go for me own.
The music is world music, you know, man. World music.
Me stay up and I breathe.
We are talking to them on the corner same way. Do the right thing and go hard. We say we happy. Where say Papa Ian? I say to all of that to know one thing, you know.
Marq with the Q. Watch it.
Everybody know.
Look come true. God bless.
Yes, so yo, we just want to big up DJ Chini right now. You know, we just want to big up everybody. We just want to say, yo, enough thanks. Yo, people, we're going to lock it down now. We just really want to say a big thank you. And we want to leave with everybody. Ian and Chini, this is how we want to leave with the people, you know. We want to encourage everybody to go hard. Really want to encourage everybody to go hard. Whatever it is that God put inside of you, go hard with it, man. Go hard. Again, Ian, enough love, enough respect. Thank you so much. DJ Chinny, one love, give thanks, enough appreciation. Everybody, thank you so much for being a part of CrossTalk close out episode. Season 1 close out episode. We're gone now. We're gone. Thanks again.
Blessed love, everybody.
Thanks again. Yeah. Bless up.
CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch you whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been walkie walk. CrossTalk watch you whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Drop sitting at the chat and make me see. Alright, Like, share, subscribe, tweet it. Send in a comment that the whole world I see. But tell your family, your friend them. Everybody you fi go tell them. Message a link where you fi send them. All your phone you fi lend them. Watch out now, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch you whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been a walkie walk. CrossTalk watch you whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Alright, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I skylark. CrossTalk watch you whole of we attack. Me a the host and I me name Marq. CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke we been a walkie walk. CrossTalk watch you whole of we attack. Me a the host me name Marq. Drop sitting at the chat and make me see. Alright, Like, share, subscribe, tweet it. Send in a comment that the whole world I see. But tell your family, your friend them. Everybody you fi go tell them. Message a link where you fi send them. All your phone you fi lend them. Watch out now, CrossTalk make the whole of we attack. No joke when I sky.